Hello everybody. So just going to get the link posted on the group. I'm live for coverage of the race of when you can spell, Chris. Cool. Right, that is up. Hopefully we start getting some people in. In fact, I will get my stream manager on my phone because it's easier that way. I don't know why, but I'm getting really bad audio. Hopefully your audio is okay, but mine is terrible. Hopefully whatever this sorts itself out, but it's awful for me. 1 minute, let me just try and plug in my headset. I'm plugging it back in again. Alright, I've unplugged and replugged. We'll see if that sorts it. Anyway, so what you're here for tonight is Mature Racing Club's Race of Champions. So an idea that's been floating around for a little bit. So more of a fun event than anything else. But this isn't anything to be taken too seriously. Like, there's no trophies going out or anything like that. So I'm just disconnected from the stream. If you've commented, I cannot see it just yet. Hopefully I can. There we go. So what you've got for you tonight is there are going to be 8 races. They're really short races. Not a lot of time at all, so they won't 15 minutes each, really. They're all one-make races as well, so every driver is going to be in the same car. So there'll be someone in like a Ferrari, someone in a Porsche, something like that. No, they'll all be in the same car. The cars that are going to be used tonight is the 1965 Mini, the Mazda touring car, the Ktm Crossbow, the Honda Project 2 and 4, which is a really odd little car, GT3 RS, 6 Group 4, Ferrari 458 Italia GT3, and the Ford Raptor. There was an invite list for this. I think most people that were invited were eligible or able to make it. So the eligible people, this might be slightly different to the people that are in the room. So the eligible people were the Team Oliver Racing Pro winner and runner-up, which was Darren Freeman and Neville Cleary, aka TNR Philo and Potter Pot. They are both in the room. Then you have the Pro-Am winners, which is Tony Dedman and Ivan Williams. I believe they're both in the room. I think that's Pirani and where is he? Miggins. They're in here as well. Then we've got the Fusion, the Elite One, and the Pro Leagues winners and runners up as well. This is from the GTTCC, so that's Chris Bullock, Mental Nev, Bailey Woodlin was invited as well, Vin Show, Scott Cheetham, Chris Rafferty, Martin Reeder, and James Harben all had an invite to this. And then we've got the Pro-Am and Rookie winners, which were Sean Daniels, Chris, Paddy Roddy Radmore, and Slew Seamus. I do know that not everyone's been able to make it for whatever reason, so take that as you will. Right, hopefully my audio has chilled out a little bit. Give me a sec. I'll get this laptop off my chest. There are points and stuff that are going to be worked out as far as I'm aware. That'll all just happen when Seamus sorts it all out. And yeah, this is the first race. This is the Minis. So these are the fun little cars we're going to be having for the first race tonight. Every time I look at these, and anyone in MRC will know what I'm on about, but I'm talking about the TCA League that Peter Keane commentated on that night. Or as we all call it, the Total Cocking About League, which was literally just a wreck fest in minis. It was brilliant. That's all I think about when I see these. We've had a post on the page today from Dennis, and this man you're looking at right here, Vin Show, or V Show, was announced as driver of the season. He started his season in rookies, he then got moved up to Pro 1, he then got moved up to Elite 1 and absolutely smashed it the entire season in the face of increasingly more difficult opposition. He just stood up to the challenge, and that was a really good thing to see, and he's been recognised for that. But everyone in this lobby tonight is here because they've won something, or they have demonstrated their capabilities behind the wheel. So we've got Raffo here. You'll notice him from my videos on YouTube. He was in the Pro 1 League. Podom Pot, we all know Podom Pot. The infamous character that is Podom Pot. He's pretty fresh off the Nürburgring 24 Hours AXR race we did, along with Philo, who's just taken pole. Philo smashed that as well. Absolutely superb stints that guy did. But they all did really, really well to get through 24 hours in Nordschleife. Valtteri, my teammate in the Infinity Decals GT Manufacturer Series, but also I wanted to say nemesis, but I won't go that far, but he raced in Elite 1 with me. So I'm quite used to Valtteri's style. He's quite boisterous, will get his elbows out, will go for that position if it's up for grabs. He's certainly one to watch. Chi-Chi, the Sausage King. Chi-Chi's had a great season. Pretty much dominated Pro 1. That was until Miggins came around anyway. So him and Miggins have recent history. But he's had a very good season. There's Chi-Chi. There's someone like this Muppet in. Don't know why. I think it's just like, it's one of them things where you have to let like one idiot in for every 10 normal people. That's why Dennis is here. He's just to make up the numbers. Gold 45, I've not really been able to follow his progress that close because I don't commentate on any of his races. And I don't race with him, but by all accounts he's had some really good results this season. He's one of the league's long-standing members as well. So the nostalgia goes a long, long way for him. Miggins, as we've commented before, Miggins is someone that we've commentated on a couple of times before. He is here because he did well in the TOR GT3 League, but it could be argued he should be here on merit as well, based on his performance in the GTTCC. Dylan, very fast driver in Fusion, kept White Shark Jim on his toes. I don't think White Shark Jim is here tonight. I think that's why we've got someone else in, waiting for all drivers to enter up. And then we'll get underway. I think it's just a very quick qualifying tonight. I actually don't know the exact format. I think it's just like a 5-minute qualifying. Waiting on all these lot to ready up. I said just a couple of minutes qualifying, maybe just like one hot lap each, something like that, and then a 6-lap race in these little minis. And then I've got the sheet in front of me as to where we're at next. I think this is all, in fact, yeah, if it's on the sheet, it's been announced, so I'm safe. Seamus, why have you covered it up? I can't see it. 1 minute, let me just refresh this page. It might be my laptop. Literally, I can't see. Wow, there we go. Yeah, so the Minis and the Mazdas are going to be at Brands Hatch Indy. KTM's at Kyoto Miyabi. The Hondas at Suzuka East. Why does it keep doing that? I hate my laptop. I absolutely detest it. It just freezes up all the time. 911's at Red Bull Short, Toyota 86 at Sardegna, and the Ferrari at, I think that said Autopolis, but it blanked out again, so I've no idea. I'm going to guess Autopolis. So this will be the reset then before quali. Freeman's quali, yeah, there's not a lot of time to get a lap in here. I'd love to say slipstream is key, but I'll be honest, I don't think it really matters. There's not really going to be any strategy in these races either. It's not that sort of night. It's just a bit of fun, really. It's just a little bit of a laugh. That's all we want to get out of this. Yeah, I cannot see what is in the spreadsheet at all. It just whites it all out. Don't know why it does that. So that was Philo going very deep. Oh, he's maximising his opportunity there. So he's gone very deep there to get the best. He's taking this seriously. So Fabuki is going to be the first one to settle the time in a lap's time. We should get round for 2 laps. We shall see. They might just do it so there's 1 lap. Who knows? So Maggiore, a very this one of the shorter layouts of Maggiore. There's Valtteri. Look, we are missing the driver. I'm sure there's 15. There's only 14 on track. Really weird. Anyway, let me pop that down there. Oh yeah, so we'll actually jump on board with Philo. I think. What are you doing? Oh, Seamus, you absolute donut. What have you forgot? Is he just resetting it again? Do. I'm guessing this is quali. I'm guessing. See, they're all in a voice chat. I don't have that luxury. I'm just having to guess what these boys are doing. But we'll get there, you know. We'll make it. We'll make it happen. If you're watching and you're in chat, come and say hello. I do appreciate some of the drivers might have this on in the background. I don't know why, it's not exactly competitive. We wait, Dennis. Where is he? What's he done? Okay, fair enough. So Seamus, are they qualifying now, or is it just like, what is it? Anyway, let's jump on board for a lap with Philo. I think we'll get a lap in, will we? Yeah, I think we'll get a lap in. Philo's not giving anyone the slipstream. So breaking down into T1 in these minis is going to be a very, very, very treacherous encounter. They are using racing super soft tyres, so the tyres have plenty of grip. That then puts all the lateral load on the body of the car, and as you can see, it's like driving a jelly. Front wheel drive as well, but although not a lot of power to put through those wheels. So flat out then through turn 3, down towards the 456 complex, flat out in these minis as well. But you are going uphill, so acceleration going uphill, not that great. So you really do need a good run out of that last section of corners to maximise your speed up here. Driver's braking just for the 50-metre board. Philo nice and tidy there, just clipping the apex. You want to be careful of that orange sausage on the inside. These minis, it'll just chuck that all over the place. So just being careful with that is going to be pretty important. And then down to set a lap. What's this going to be? It's going to be a 53.1 for Philo. So it looks like a tidy lap. Chichigo second, Vincio third at the minute, Miggins fourth. We'll wait for them all actually to rattle through it. Friday night entertainment indeed, Jenno, indeed. This is like Sodant and Deck, Sod I'm a Celebrity, or whatever it is that people watch these days. I don't know, I don't really watch TV. This is where it's at, just a load of people razzing retro minis around the circuit for pants. So driver of the season v show in 6th, Miggins 7th. P1 Dylan though with a pole time of 53.0, going nearly 2 times faster than Philo. Philo, for those of you who don't know, is a controller player, so he'll have a little bit more of a challenge on his hands to control these raging minis tonight. He improves his time, but it doesn't go much quicker. Since you're here to smoke, we'll have a look for your mate. Where's Potter? Potter's 6th at the minute. He's just popped in a 53.2, half a second off Raffo's time. Raffo's gone pole. That's a med time, 52.8. How are you anyway, Smoker? Are you not up to other things tonight? I just want to have a look. Like P1 lads, these are proper liveries. Like, these aren't messing about. They're proper. They've gone to effort with these. Whereas, for example, Philo, it's just coloured it blue. Like, it's fine. There's absolutely no pressure on colouring it a certain colour or anything like that. It doesn't matter. But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, the P1 boys. I do love a good loud livery, and they've got the Yoda one rocking today, which I quite enjoy. So Valtteri 5th, he's another one that's made effort with his livery. He likes this sort of tribal-ish design. 53.0 for Valtteri. Chichi on another outlap, but I think this is qualifying over. Slow Seamus is 8th. He's not being so slow after all. 53.2. Makrida 53.3. Makrida, you've not got a traction control on. What's going on? Miggins 10th for Miggins. Again, someone else who's gone to. There's no expense spared in the paint department there. Fubuki 11th for Fubuki. He's gone for like a pearlescent purple. Gold 45. Pearlescent gold for him. And yeah, we'll get underway with the race now. So the first of 8 races tonight, nice and short ones, you'll be glad to hear. This one itself, I think it's just like 5 or 6 laps, it's not a long one. These are all the same car, they've all got the same tyres, it is literally the driver that separates them all. Did Potter get a late pole position in? I missed it. Sorry, Potter. Completely muffed that up, didn't I, Chief? But yeah, put on pole then. He needs to get a good getaway. Everyone seems to get away well, but that was Valtteri that must have either false started or just got a bucket load of wheel spin off the line. Now he's going to slip right down the order. But a little bit further up, we do have Potter McPot defending away to Philo. Philo got a great start immediately up the inside of Potter McPot. These two race each other frequently. Philo making the most out of that very grippy yellow adhesive stuff on the inside of turn 2. With P1 Dylan now embroiled in a big old battle then with Visho, Raffo, Seamus not too far away from that as well. Then you got Makrida Valtteri after his poor start, 8th at the minute, and battling away with Chichi. Chichi, your Pro 1 maestro for this season, is ahead of a Fusion driver in Fubuki. Gold 45 then in 11th, looking to sweep round the outside of Fubuki. Then you got Miggins in 12th. Dennis predictably lumping away the rear somewhere. Then you got Puani in 14th, and P1 Pilgrim right down at the back of the grid. Already 10.5 seconds down from your leader, TNR Philo. Leads ahead of Potter McPot. P1 Dylan then just about holding on to that 3rd place, but he's coming under a lot of pressure then from Visho. Visho looks like he might actually get this move made. He has got slow. Is that Slow Seamus? It is Slow Seamus. Well, he's Irish, whoever it is behind him. Slow Seamus then looking actually to make moves on the Elite 1 driver. Dylan kind of hung out to dry here with the guys on the inside. Might just get the braking up, but we know Dylan's an exceptionally capable driver, so he might get this tidied up under braking or do the Philo line and go for the fast exit. Looks like that's what he does, to be brutally honest with you. But he is now coming under pressure from Raffo as well. They've got a little bit of a gap back to Makrida. Lots of action going on in this one. Philo is your leader so far. Visho now leads us in 3rd, sorry, on lap 3. Slow Seamus with the great start in the minute. Anyone would think he picked the cars and the tracks. And then P1 Dylan now in 5th place, but you can see that snaking trail of minis as all 60 odd brake horsepower is unleashed at Lago Maggiore today. A little bit further up we have got Seamus now battling away with Visho. And Seamus actually with a really nice move around the outside there. That was lovingly executed there by the Irishman. He jinks left, he jinks right, he stays left. He's going to have to tidy this up on the braking. This is just a replay of a move that happened a moment ago. Yeah, just committed to that outside line, swept it in mid-throttle all the way through. That was a lovely move actually. Slow Seamus then retains 3rd ahead of Visho, P1 Dylan. Then we've got Raffo, and there's Chichi and Makrida going for a good little battle then for 7th. Makrida at the minute coming out victorious in that one. Fubuki is not too far back from these ones with Valtteri for company as well. Just behind them is Miggins. Then the 12th, 13th, 14th and 15th place drivers are just starting to fall back a little bit now. P1 Pilgrim's had an adventure off the wall somewhere, and he's got a 6.5 second penalty. What have you been doing? I think this penalty is just because he keeps going off track, so the game fixes cutting corners. Little does it know. Pot leads us now as we start lap 5. So not a lot of time to really talk about the action. And we've got P1 Dylan and Visho battling away for this 4th place spot. Macreeda and GT Raffo still fighting away behind as well. So there's still positions up for grabs here. Chichi and Valtteri battling away. We did say Valtteri doesn't give up positions easily. He is fighting the Sausage King here. And Pot is going to start us on lap 6 any minute now. So this is going to be the final lap. I told you these were short races. I think we'll only just breach the 5-minute mark. P1 Dylan 4th, then just ahead of Visho, with Raffo in 6th place at the minute, just ahead of Macreeda, but there might be a send down into turn 1 somewhere. There is indeed with Potter and Philo. They're still battling away. Then it's Visho and P1 Dylan. This has allowed Slow Seamus to break away. Slow Seamus now fastest lap of the race as well with a 52.7. Went a tenth a lap quicker than Philo and Potter ahead of him, and he is closing that gap, but not a lot of time left to really do anything about it. We are now coming towards the end of the race, in fairness, so there's not a lot. In fact, pretty much one corner to go, so all Potter's got to do is get a nice tidy run out of this corner. Philo gets a nice sweep. In fact, has Philo got the run? No, he hasn't. Potter's done enough for the time being. You can see Dylan and Visho in the background, so Potter's going to win race 1 of the Race of Champions. Philo in second, Slow Seamus in third, Visho 0.02 of a second ahead of Dylan. Then it's Raffo, Fabuki, Macreeda, Miggins, Chichi, Valtteri. In fact, we'll have a look at this in a moment and just see how close it all was. But like Fabuki and Macreeda, 0.2 in it. Sorry, 0.02 of a second in it between those two. And then Miggins was only like a 10.5 back from them as well. So very close in these minutes. They don't really promote you a lot of opportunity really to break away from the pack. It's not like you've got a slipstream to break or anything like that. It's literally just a little fart box on wheels really. My laptop keeps timing out, so let me grab the chat up on my phone instead, just in case any of you lot want to talk to me, and we'll use my laptop for just points. How's about that? So we're just waiting now for the race to time out and everyone's finished. There's final confirmation of your standings, then Pot takes the first win. There was a good battle up front between Potter and Philo, but there was a lot more action behind them, and I think that's going to be the theme for tonight. You know, I'm going to miss a lot of stuff. And I am drinking Baileys, and it's a big glass worth of it. I don't know why I'm drinking Baileys, I just saw it and wanted it. This is not my usual high level profile of stream. This is just chatting nonsense. So we'll have a change now to the second race. I'd love to tell you what it is, but my laptop hates life. I'll get there in a moment. So race 2, I think it's Brands Hatch Indy. Yes, it is. This is the Mazda touring cars then at Brands Hatch Indy. So a slightly different prospect of car. You all know the Mazda MX-5, that hairdresser's car. You're all well aware of that one. And that's the one that we're going to be using today. Brands Hatch Indy doesn't exactly offer a lot of opportunity to pass either. You don't really have any braking zones at Brands Hatch Indy other than this one. Seamus has already done the points. Have we got a totals field as well, so I could keep an eye on this going through? And if you gave me like editing access, mate, I could edit it and like sort it as we go, but you won't because you're stubborn. Ah, there we go. He's done it. It's like you're listening to me. Yeah, so Oh, he's sorted it already. So anyway, that's the... We'll have a quick look at the results screen. We will be interrupted in a moment by Seamus changing all the stuff about. But your wiener by just under half a second then, bottom at pot. Philo coming in P2. So Seamus, third for Seamus. Then Visho 4th, Dylan 5th, Raffo 6th, Fabuki 7th, McCreeda 8th, Miggins 9th, Chichi 10th, Valtteri 11th, Gold 45 12th, Puani 13th, Shuri 69, aka Sausage, Mr. Sausage Fingers 14th, and then Pilgrim 15th. So now what's going to be happening is obviously we qualified for the first one. Now it's reverse grid. So your likes of Potter and Philo all the way at the back. We've got 7 laps in the Mazda touring cars coming up at you in a couple of minutes time. I'll give you a preview of these cars. I'll give you an insight into just what they're like. They're really good to drive, to be really honest. They're a good laugh. I think we're actually overdue a league on these at some point. But we kind of didn't do it because everyone did Mazda touring car leagues. Like literally every sim racing group had a Mazda touring car league running. And we were just like, no. But they're really good fun. They can be a little bit tail happy, and they're running the medium tyres on this one, so they've not got as much grip as the Minis had, and they're going a little bit faster. So in theory, when we start looking turn 1 at Brands, the back end in theory should start to get a little bit wobbly, but Fabuki's looks nice and composed there, so I don't think it's going to be a major issue. Right, let's have a look at some liveries. Let's see what everyone's rocking. So I did see Fabuki's, it looked like it had like an anime design on it. That actually looks like one he's used before for an actual competition, because he's got a proper number board on it and everything. That's Fabuki's car. Miggins, that looks like the standard one, which is fine. Yeah, standard livery, no problem. Visho's got for the Lego Moped. Oh, that's great, I like that one. That's a good looking car. Chi-Chi, something about sausages, no doubt. Orange and with sausages on it. That's how I've learned a Chi-Chi livery. Pot will have a plants on it somewhere, probably. Oh no, it's got dark smoke all over it. There you go, Smoker. Look, he's shouting you out. Boom! Kablamo. Your mum, etc. So that's Pot's car, the McCreeda. He's got Pro 2 Champion plastered all over them. I'm surprised he's not got the little, on his actual car that he ran in the GTTCC, he had like a scoreboard on the back of it. And it said like McCreeda 6, James Harben 2, which I thought was quite a novel idea. But he's made that for this event, so credit to you. Valtteri is in the pits, can't really tell that. P1 Dylan, yeah, they've still got the May the Downforce be with you liveries rocking. Philo's behind him, and predictably Philo's just got a blue car. Who else is out? Who else is out that we've not seen yet? Raffo, what does Raffo do? What's he got? Like a Red Bull type livery, that's quite nice. Puani, is that matte black with blue accents? That looks very nice. It looks like a suede carpet from here. That looks a bit odd. It's tripping me out. And then P1 Pilgrim, standard livery for Pilgrim by the looks of things. He's got pole position for this race. So with just 7 laps at Brands Indy, can we have an upset here? Yes, McCreeda's annoying bumper. Well, we'll see what happens tonight, but he's got Pro 1 Champion plastered on back of it. You hope I am what? Okay, oh, I'm good, mate. Yeah, I'm good. I'm alright, yeah. Yes, I'm currently giving up my free time to chat nonsense over these like while drinking Baileys. So life's good. So the title of the streams may be a little bit misleading, because I think I've titled it Race of Champions, whereas I should call it Races of Champions, because we've actually got 8. We're into race number 2 of 8. So we will start to chuck through them at a relatively fast pace. No race is more than 8 laps, put it that way. And we progressively get in faster cars, I think, as we go. So yeah, you know what I mean. So the races should all be around less than 10 minutes. Creed the new crayon here. I think he's embraced that title though, hasn't he? Did he win, or did he? I think he won, didn't he? The season League 3 of the Infinity GT. I think he did. Because I know Vin's in that league with him, but and I've watched some of your videos, and whenever I've won it, it's usually either Vin out at the front on some weird strategy. Or Chi-Chi's clinching the win. Not Chi-Chi, McCready, sorry. Done live for the final race. Sweet. Yeah, it's been a good season, this one, both in GTTCC and in the Infinity GT League. I've enjoyed them both. Personally gave myself a break from everything before the league started on purpose, and I think it's helped. Because I've enjoyed my racing this season. I've not put any pressure on myself. Even when the lads have been in chat going, oh, champion, all that stuff. No, just don't want to lump that pressure on myself at all. I think we're waiting on one and then we're starting. Because we're overdue the start. He's ready, mate. He's ready, Seamus. Come on, let's get going. There we go. So I've just got to wait to spectate because I didn't click into it before, so I've got to wait. It's doing that. There we go. We're in. We're in. Right, so reverse grid then. This is where things start to get a little bit interesting. This is where I'm now hovering over the replay key, because we're going to have incidents in this one. I will remind you, this isn't advertised as a massively competitive thing. This is all for fun, really. Although we do still want to try and keep it clean. So Pilgrim gets a great start. Pirani bogs down a little bit. That's going to let potentially Valtteri Miggins drop down the order as well. He's had a bit of a bad start. He's potentially going to get jumped by McCready. McCready instead starting to get shuffled out of the way by Fabuki. Pilgrim leading the way ahead of Dennis. Gold 45 goes a little bit deep there down into turn 2. And Miggins, and after that bad start, now back up to 5th. This is probably more what the drivers are used to now. As Philo then goes drifter-rooney through Graham Hill Bend. There's a car off in the background. Who is that? That's Dylan. Dylan now all the way down to the back of the grid. I didn't see what happened there for Dylan. He will have started near the back. Yeah, he just got shuffled out, unfortunately, for Dylan. So Miggins then up to P2. He's had an absolutely superb start. He's been chased by the tan suede couch that is Pirani's car. But down the inside goes Miggins, and past Pilgrim he goes into the lead of the race. Or is he? No, he's got Druids to finish off yet. Nice and tidy into Druids. Looks like Pilgrim went a little bit too deep there, but Miggins gets it nice and tidy up on the exit. Fabuki then rocking in 4th at the minute, with Dennis still in 5th, Philo in 6th. Slow Seamus then, after being near the back at the start, is working his way up. He is just got taken out by his fellow countryman though, Raphael. Potter McPot, your winner last time out, 8th position for Potter McPot in the lightning dark smoker car. We've got a car off at the minute that looked to be completely uninvited. I think that was Raphael. Yes, it was Raphael. And then Valtteri's all the way at the back as well. I wonder what happened to Valtteri. That happens at the end of the last lap, and we did miss it. I told you I'd miss things. It's a 3-4-way battle for the lead now. Miggins has been unceremoniously shuffled down the order. I don't know what's happened to Miggins. He's just losing time. Yeah, Miggins is just down in 4. Oh no, he's had a disaster. He's off. He's collected gold 45 on the way through as well. And he's waiting up. So what happened? So this is the bit we missed, I think. Oh, he taps Pirani. He gives the blue suede shoes a little bit of a tap. That's fair. I mean, contact's going to happen, isn't it? Fabuki and Philo then battling out for lead. So Philo's now your race leader. We've got P1 Pilgrim still doing a grand job. He's fourth now. He's just got overtaken by Potham at Pot. Potter's got V-Show for company as well. V-Show's going to try and go around the outside of Pilgrim. Macreeda, your Pro 1 and League 3 champion. Currently running in 6th, just ahead of Slow Seamus. Cheech is not far away as well. You've got Gold 45, Dennis, and these guys at the back now just trying to recover something of this race. We are pretty much halfway through it now. So yeah, like 6 minutes or something. It's not a long way. You're right, Damo. Cheers for coming in, mate. The top two are just in a bit of a league of their own. They're 3 seconds ahead. I'll try and keep an eye on you boys, but there's battles going on behind you. Potham at Potham V-Show starting to break away from Pilgrim. Slow Seamus, who's got a little bit of a penalty as well. It hasn't been clarified if the GTTCC penalty rules apply in this. It hasn't been mentioned. I'm going to assume it doesn't. P1 Dylan, after pretty much he was at the back on lap 1, is fought his way back up to 7th. And he's got a whole horde of cars ahead of him, P1 Dylan. So this is a man that could potentially make moves. He's currently tucked up behind Macreeda. Macreeda goes narrow there through Clark Curve, and it looks like there was a Slow Seamus poking his head in as well. And yeah, Dylan could potentially make moves in this race as well. Fabuki still battling away with Philo. I thought he was about to go off the track then, but I was misled. Misled by the damn graphics. And we've got, who is that going for the absolute send of a lifetime? Was that Macreeda? Yes, it was. Macreeda went for the full send engage down into turn 2 Druids. Didn't make it pay off though, and he might actually now come under threat from Dylan. Slow Seamus, as ever, just looking to pick up the pieces of other people making mistakes, and you can see just ahead that and Slow Seamus dips a wheel on the curb and goes spinning right round, baby, right round. So that's going to stick him all the way down towards the back of the grid. Now let's catch up with this little battle. This is where it's all at. So Dylan now sneaks his way up into 5th past Macreeda. One more lap to go. You've got to say this is about as Pilgrim goes off the track. You've got to say this is about as high as Dylan could probably expect to get now with the gap. Macreeda did look up the inside, but got on the brakes early and just let Dylan take the corner. Any racing going on further back. Miggins then back up to 11th. Yeah, and unfortunately it's just a bit of a graveyard for cars that have either been sent off or gone off at some point. But TNR Philo, P2 last race, wins this time round. Fabuki, good result for Fabuki in P2. Potham at Pot 3rd, that's going to do him well in the overall standings. V-Show 4th last time, 4th this time as well. P1 Dylan 5th, good result for P1 Dylan considering A, where he started, and B, he got sent, or not sent, but he sort of got unceremoniously shuffled out of the way the last time round. So we'll have a little bit of a points update no doubt in a moment. I can already see Seamus typing into his computer. So that puts Philo on 37 points. I think that puts Philo in the lead then, doesn't it? By it'll only be like a couple of points. Does well for Fabuki though. We'll get a full rundown of the championship order in just a moment. I'll be honest, we're only 2 races in out of 8. The championship order at the minute doesn't really mean anything. So next up then is the KTM Crossbow. The guys have the sports soft tyres. I've only just realised as well the minis, they were allowed tuning. I only just realised that, I didn't know. Everything else is bop, I think. Yeah, so M400 BOP, super soft tyre, sports soft tyres, Miyabi 8 laps. But Miyabi's a very short circuit. The KTM Crossbows, they're M400, which they sound slow, but they're actually They're actually pretty quick cars. They're a level down from the Mazdas. And this is what you're working with, ladies and gents, on board with the Sausage King. Very hard cars to actually control, these KTM Crossbows. You'd be surprised. You'd think with them being like a track car built for like mongs like me and you to drive around, they'd actually be drivable, but I assure you that they're a pain in the arse. It's a loud livery, Terry. I need sunglasses to look at that. Most guys just going for single colour or double colour paint jobs. I need to dub some like Tokyo Drift music over that, don't I? I'll get a copyright strike though, knowing my luck. Yeah, so this is race 3. And then we'll start getting a picture of where people line up. At the minute, Philo's winning the whole thing. 37 points, 2 points ahead of Pot'em at Pot. Then Fubuki's third, he's 1 point ahead of V-Show, who is 2 points ahead of P1 Dylan. Then Slow Seamus and Macreada both joined on 20 points. And yeah, that's your basically. I mean, there's no point really going into it too deep because that will change. I guarantee you that will change. So waiting for Macreada to enter. Then again, this will go on a reverse grid layout based on the results from Brands Hatch. So who won that one? It was Philo and Fubuki, weren't it? So they'll be dumped to the back. Baileys. There we go then. Final. So we're going to rock through these races tonight, ladies and gents. We're not hanging about. If you don't want to sit here and watch the live stream, by the way, I'll stick all this on YouTube so you can just watch it at your will. So don't feel compelled to sit there, it'll all be put up in one form or another. So 8 laps of Miyabi then in the KTM Crossbows, a notoriously pain in the backside car to drive. Pilgrim then leads us away yet again. He'll be hoping for a much better race this time round. Leads us down into turn 1. Not a lot of overtaking opportunity here at Kyoto Miyabi. What I want to do is jump on board of a car near the back, and I will opt to go on board with Pot'em at Pot. Potter is right at the back of the field now. Just patient. Potter's just deploying patience, and that's what you need. Oh, he collects Valtteri. Valtteri though with what can probably be called an unsafe rejoin. Oh, this is chaos. Is that, what is the hell is that? There. Someone's bought Braveheart to the KTM Crossbow, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there's a massive accident at the back. Is that Dennis? No, it's Dennis. What the hell is it? Is that? The noise is that? It looks like a grandma's carpet. Yeah, it looked like there was a massive accident at the back. Valtteri was involved. I mean, looking at the back of that thing would make me want to have a crash, to be brutally honest. It actually backs out of it. Oh no, it was V-Show. It was V-Show that got it all out of shape. Pilgrim though still leads the way. Starting lap 3 now. Gold 45 in second, doing a great job, just ahead of Miggins. Right, then there is an almighty battle behind these guys for supremacy. So Philo and that lot starting to come through. Philo now in 4th, now on the back of trying to get on the back of Miggins, but he's got Slow Seamus for company. P1 Dylan will have started this near the back. He's up to 5th. Pot'em at Pot 7th. Then we were on board with Pot'em at Pot a moment ago. He managed to largely get through the chaos unscathed and is already looking for a move on Slow Seamus. gets that crossbow nice and tidy. Potter's up to 6th then. Chichi 10th, Dennis in 11th, then just ahead of Puani. Fabuki's down in 13th with Visho in 14th and Valtteri in 15th, so these guys need to hope for other people to have crashes. Meanwhile, Gold 45 trying to keep Miggins and Philo at bay. P1 Dylan's not far off this little battle as well. Just jump on board with Dylan. As you can just see the suspension at work there from the KTM. Dylan again, another driver that's just employing that patience through these corners. Don't want to get on the power too soon. Dylan trying to look around the outside of Miggins. That's Gold 45 just ahead of us, you can see there. Philo trying to escape away. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact then between Dylan and Miggins. It just looked like GT Sport contact physics at its finest, and Gold 45 has been sent into what is the Shadow Realm. Was that a self send into the Shadow Realm, or was he pushed? I don't think there was a car near him, was it? Oh no, he just kept it. Yeah, I don't know what you'd make of that. I mean, it's a fun event, who cares? But there's a car sideways. Who's that? Was that? I want to say that looked like Valtteri's car, but it was Fabuki's car that got all sideways there. But P1 Pilgrim, as we start lap 6, still leading the way. He's a second ahead of Potter McPot now in 2nd place. Philo holding out for 3rd, but he is now coming under pressure from P1 Dylan, who wants that 2nd spot off Philo. He wants to get chasing after the leaders. A bit further behind, McCreader's having a great race, up to 5th already. McCreader just ahead of Miggins. Then we've got Raffo getting in the mix as well, and these guys have got a good old lead, over Raffo. Not Raffo, sorry, Puani. Getting my words mixed up tonight. That's why I prefer commentating endurance races. I have time to gather my thoughts and opinions. So starting lap 7 then. Pilgrim's lead has been swindled down a little bit, but he still leads the race, just ahead of Potter McPot. Dylan now 3rd, Philo 4th, McCreader 5th, and in clear air now McCreader, he can start to put his foot down. Purple sectors for McCreader actually. CRT Miggins in 6th, GT Raffo 7th, Pirani in 8th, so Seamus in 9th, Dennis is 10th, Fabuki is 11th, being chased down by the Sausage King in 12th, Visho in 13th, Valtteri in 14th, and Gold 45 in 15th after that off, let's just call it. So we're going to start the last lap of the race now. It looks like Pilgrim might finally lose his lead. He does to Dylan. Who's having an absolute stormer of a race. He's up into the lead now. So it's 2 P1 boys in the lead of the race. So it's P1 Dylan, P1 Pilgrim in their matching Yoda downforce liveries. But Philo and Potter won't want to let that stand though. These boys will give it everything to try and get that move back. It's all go. And Philo and Potter are too busy with each other rather than anything else, but they're having fun, and that's all that matters. So P1 Dylan is going to come to take the win, but P1 Pilgrim, mate, finished last the last 2 races and takes 2nd in this one, so well done, man. Philo 3rd, we'll get the confirmation on the screen in a moment, but that won't do Philo or Potter McPot's championship any harm at all really. They've still collected decent points, finishing in the top 4 or 5. Good result from McCreader as well in 5th. But yeah, there were a couple of drivers at the back that, and Gold 45 still got to do another lap. Yeah, for whatever reason, I mean, I don't know what happened to Gold. Like, I'll be honest, it looks like he got squeezed onto the grass. If you're going to ask me my opinion on first sight, that's what it looked like. But it's one of them where, to be brutally honest, you need to have a look at the telemetry to be sure. He's fighting his way through just these guys who are on cooldown laps now. So that's your confirmation of results. Seamus will be smashing those into the spreadsheet any moment. That will give us an updated points tally as we go into race number 4. FYI, Seamus, 8 races, mate, it's a bit too much. Let's trim it next season, yeah? Because I'm about halfway through my Baileys. Cheers, Pav. Go, Potter. Good to have you dropping in, Pav. So next race then is the this is that weird Honda thing, isn't it? See, I've never driven this. No idea what it's like. It is custom set to 211 horsepower because I don't think this has a what we call a BOP. Reverse points. What? What are you on about? Reverse points. I'm just going to stick a ominous question mark in the chat. What's he on about? I think these things are like they've got bike engines on them or something. Yeah, you see what I mean? This is so it's similar to the KTM in like it's like a little open wheel type thing, but they don't look fun. Like, that wasn't designed with safety in mind, was it? Like, no one looked at that and thought, we need to give the driver some protection. No, let's just expose him to the elements. It's basically a cart with a bike engine on it. That's what that is. In fact, I'm very surprised they've not done carts. But yeah, this looks like an absolute contraption. Reverse grid based on points gained so far. Oh, right, fair enough. Although that heads-up display, that's pretty sexy. Let's go on board with. Let's ride on board with Valtteri for a lap on his visor cam. So basically, this just feels like a car, really. But I do like how the rear camera's got like crosshairs on it, like Call of Duty. Like, it'd be good if you had some buttons and you could like just deploy. It doesn't like turning, does it? Is there some trick to get these things turned in? They don't seem to like it. I mean, what tyres are they on? They're on sports soft tyres. As you can see, they're not slick tyres by any means, but they're meant to be like proper performance tyres for the road cars. I don't think you can do much with liveries for these either. As you can see, there's not a lot of space. So what's Pirani doing? 57 seconds a lap. We've got 6 laps, yeah, about 6 minutes. Right, that makes sense. So, in terms of grid order then, yeah, we're going reverse points. So this will put... Where is he? Yeah, so put gold on pole. So gold, mate. You need to just bugger off in this one. Royally, like, just piss off into the distance and show them what you can do. That's what you need to do, Chief. And Pirani, I think, Ivan Williams, I'm pretty sure that's Pirani. Have they bothered doing a livery for this as well? Have they bothered? They haven't all. That's got a livery on. They've actually bothered. Oh, the P1 boys have got some dedication. I mean, Dylan's like throwing it into the sand and stuff, but they've got some dedication, I'll give them that. Valtteri, fastest lap so far, 53.4. So I'd sort of expect that in the race as well. Why do they have... oh, Fabuki. 50... Sorry, did he go... Did he just put 47.9 in, or is the thing lying to me? 53.3, yeah, it's lying to me. 40 it was. I think Seamus is just doing the... There we go, yeah. Just doing the grid manually. Oh dear. Just tell I don't drink. Go on then, Gold. Get him, lad. Go on, Alan. Smash him up. So this is the Honda 2 and 4. Yes, I am just as confused as you. We have ahead of us 6 laps. About 50 seconds a lap. So about 5 minutes or so to negotiate this one in total. Rolling start, as you can see. And away we go then. So it's going to be just a bit of a slipstream fest down into turn 1. Then it's a case of just who can get the braking tidied up down into turn 1 and turn 2. I'd imagine these cars, they behave a little bit differently to the GT cars these guys are used to driving. A little bit more wayward, as Dennis is proving by Tokyo drifting it around there. Cheech is off the track already. McCreed has gone on an adventure, so is Fabuki. Dylan's pretty tidy this time round though. Potter and Philo also pretty tidy. But yeah, lots of drivers there just deciding to just go on a bit of an adventure. V shows off, but he's going to carry on. So Gold 45 then still leads ahead of Valtteri 82. Pawani is 3rd. The boss man is 4th. Oh, Pawani gets it a little bit wayward. And Miggins now catching up to these guys. Oh, Miggins has got a wheel on the grass. That's not going to do his traction any good. Is that going to put him under threat from P1 Pilgrim? I think it will. Pilgrim sweeps round the outside. And he's going to take Miggins then down into turn 1. Does everyone negotiate this fine? Valtteri looks to do a decent job. Gold goes off. Recovers it nicely, but... Oh, actually, yeah, just recovers it nicely in fairness, but loses a ton of time to Valtteri. Actually gathers that one up quite nicely. Miggins is back past Pilgrim. Dylan's out in 8th. Fabuki 9th. Potham at Potham. Philo 10th and 11th. At the minute, just struggling to really garner in to the front guys. They are 10 seconds back from the guys right at the front of the grid. Then we've got Slow Seamus 12th, Chi-Chi in 13th, struggling with these cars. V-Show in 14th, and Macreeda now 15th and having a bit of a mare. There's a Valtteri now in the lead of the race. Gold 45 in 2nd. We did see a lap ago, Gold 45 got it wrong at this very corner. Pawani's going to try and sweep up the inside. Gold this time a lot more cautious, and there's a massive spin involving Pilgrim. Let's go and have a look at that. Oh, I can set this, yeah, already. So that he just didn't anticipate, and then he got a whack from behind, and then yeah, that was a typical domino effect crash, that one. But Valtteri P1 by 7 seconds now. Pawani is 2nd. Gold 45 still holding on to 3rd. He's got the close attention of Miggins though. Dennis 5th. Ahead of Raffo in 6th. Potham at Pot now 7th with TNR Philo. That gap to the leader though has not reduced for those two. Fabuki in 9th. We've got P1 Pilgrim now in 11th. After that, we've got another car off down here. Who is that? Who's off? Who was it? Oh, it's Gold. So Gold was 2nd, so 3rd. And that's Pawani, you can see up ahead. The back end just escapes him. Yeah, and unfortunately I think he collects Miggins at the same time as well, which he didn't obviously mean to do, but Gold now down in 10th position. Just needs to just try and get to the end of this one. This race just seems a bit of a weird one. I mean, Valtteri's, unless he bins it, has got this one pretty much wrapped up. Then you've got just a massive battle behind for every other position, really. Fabuki then squeezes into 4th. Philo was in 3rd. Isn't any longer. Is now in 6th behind Potter McPot. And Potter now up to 5th behind Raffo. Right, damage limitation for some drivers this race, I get the feeling, because we start to head into more familiar machinery next. Or do we? What's the next one? Maybe not. Porsche 911 next. So another road car. Final lap for Valtteri. His lead is 10 seconds. Pawani holds 2nd. Fabuki was 3rd but got a wheel on the grass, so if he keeps it I'll be impressed. Raffo climbing all over him like a fat kid on a cupcake, looking to get that move made down into turn 1. Potter McPot also battling away with Philo. It's all going to go off here down into turn 1. Fabuki's gone out wide. As he knows, he's saved it. Looked like he was drifting out wide then for a moment, but alas not. Where's Gold? Gold's in 11th now. So not really worked out for Gold, I'm afraid, this one. And Macreada having an absolute mare down in 15th place. Well, the man who isn't having a mare, the man who loves a green livery, Valtteri, finishes in 1st. I've just seen Potter McPot and Fabuki having a bit of a fight, and it's, oh god, my word, what are you lot doing? Pawani 2nd, but who knows? Raffo 3rd, yeah, Raffo, you can have it. Then Potter McPot in 4th, and there was nothing between these guys. Philo and Fabuki, literally no time between them. There is no time registered because they crossed the line at the exact same moment. Then you got Miggins, Dillon, Shuri and Slow Seamus round out your top 10. Gold 45 in 11th with Chichi in 12th, Pilgrim 13th, V-Show 14th, and then I think Macreada was last. Close that one, wasn't it? I want to go and have another look at this. Yeah, look. So if you look here, the gaps. So the time gap, 13.750, 13.751. So the gap between Philo and Fabuki was 1/1000th of a second. I think that's like a blink of an eye. Maybe even, I don't know. I'm not a biologist. And I've had quite a lot of Baileys now. So who knows? Is this reverse order as well? Seamus? I don't just, yeah, what is it? Red Bull short in the Porsches? Oh, I'm surprised you've not been evil and stuck rain on. Really surprised you've not put rain on. 5 minutes, so underway with this one at 10 o'clock. It's going to be like a Nürburgring track day, this, isn't it? It's just going to be a load of Porsches buzzing round. Lots of drifting Porsches, look. It's going to be the order of the day. Right, so these are on sports soft tyres again, so the game equivalent of real world, like, decent tyres. Like, think a Pilot Sport or a Cup 2, something like a decent tyre, but one you can poodle to the shops in. I will add, by the way, for a lot of these drivers, this is the first time they've really gone on the track in the car. Most of them don't bother practicing for these things because they know they're just fun events. Look at the P1 liveries again. Look at that. I'm going to bypass the fact that the colour makes it look like a Vet's forearm, but it's a nice looking livery. always rocking him out. Dennis, oh, he's just gone for the basic. The drifter route for there. Go on, lad. Fabuki's matte black. Oh, Seamus, what have you done? You've done some of it spreadsheet, haven't you? And it's broke it. V-Show, he's just put a few stickers on there. Don't know why you've got a map of Le Mans on the side of it. I mean, each to their own, but you're not French. Idle 4 Gaming? What you got him on for? What, CJW Racing? I've noticed my logo ain't on any of your cars. Should all be ashamed of yourselves. Hang your heads in shame. What's Miggins? He loves a silver car, does Miggins? So yeah, silver. Valtteri can usually be relied on for sticking a livery on his car. What's he gone for? Like a pastel green. It says Leighton House on the side. I don't know if that's a reference to anything. I'm assuming it might be. Raffo, is that a Castrol Super livery? Looks like it from here. Yes, it is. Nice. So waiting now for A, the race to start, and B, for Seamus to fix the spreadsheet is just broken. There we go. 0.5? How's the 0.5? How's the half points? You can't see what I'm seeing, stream. I'm looking at the points spreadsheet that is updated live, and there are half points on there, and I don't understand it. Why is Terry got what? What the hell is going on? Like, I don't get it. I'm confused. I'm so confused. He's back, Pilgrim. Anyway, it's far beyond me to question Seamus's points tactic, because obviously he's got a master plan. But the points appear to have changed. It is no longer standard GTTCC points by the looks of things. Your leader of the Race of Champions series so far, now we are past the halfway point, and these things actually start to mean something. Philo by 2.5 points. Then we've got Potter in second. There's a 10-point gap now from second to third, so Potter's starting to stretch this. He just needs to remain consistent. Yeah, Dylan Curtin, aka P1 Dylan's in third, Fabuki fourth, a few points behind Dylan. Chris Raffo is he's fifth. Terry with that result, big boost for Terry then. He's all the way up there now as well. Any notable things going on? Not quite yet. There's half points separating a few drivers, but not really. Seamus, do me a favour, if you're listening, just put like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 next to the names, if you wouldn't mind. I would, but I can't edit the spreadsheet because you've locked it. You can do it after the next race. You don't need to do it now. I know what you. I don't want to stress you out. Do it after this race, if you could. I would appreciate it. It means I don't have to rely on my brain, because I'm drinking it away at the minute. So here's your current Race of Champions champion so far, half of the way through though. 4 races down, 4 races to go. Philo leads the way by 2.5 points. This man here, Potter McPot, second. Then they have a little bit of a gap back to Dylan Curtin. But this is the thing, we're now coming into cars that these guys are a bit more used to driving. So yeah, we've got some of the weird and wonderful crap out of the way now, but we're starting to go into like performance cars and GTs. That's what these guys know. It's the bread and butter. So the last race is in, well, the second to last race is in a Ferrari GT3 car. The race after this one is in a Toyota GT4 car, so they'll be a little bit more used to those. The last race, all I can tell you is in a Ford Raptor. I can't tell you the track yet. I know the track, but I ain't telling you. And I'm unsure about it. Put it that way. I'm not sold on the idea. But we trust in Seamus. That is what we do here on the CJW Racing channel. Oh, 1 minute warning, so I have time to go and top up my Baileys. I will take you with me though, ladies and gentlemen, on a journey to my kitchen. I'll climb out of my rig. So I'm currently not looking at the screen, so Philo can be doing what he wants and I'll have no idea. He could be spinning giant phalluses on the track and I've literally no idea that's what he was up to. Where's my lid for me thing? There it is. Perfect. Right. Oh, he's putting on a show for us, look. This is what happens when sim racers get a little bit bored, look. They just start spamming it around everywhere. Oh dear. I feel those are just minding his own business in his Porsche. Someone comes and smashes into him. I feel like I've only done 10 miles in that car, so obviously not really practiced. Alright, grab me keyboard. I'm assuming we're reverse championship layout again. Yeah, no, it's reverse grid for that race. So reverse grid of the Suzuka race we just had. In fact, I'm going to put you... No, I can't. Macreeda then, after an absolute horror show at Suzuka, has a chance to make amends. Gold 45 gets a very bad start off the line here at Red Bull Ring. Macreeda then leads us into turn 1 for the first time of asking. V-Show follows him through. Everyone seems to get through turn 1 pretty cleanly. Doesn't seem to be any major incidents. Valtteri with a bit of a bad start. He was starting near the back anyway, but that whatever happened back there didn't really seem to help him that much. Philo already up to 7th. Slow Seamus is going off-roading. Porsches aren't meant to do that. Cheech's third. Small change. Colt 45 then after that horror start down in 15th on last, but the only way is up, my friend. V-Show leads the way, just under a second ahead of P1 Dylan, who in himself is just ahead of Macreeda. Then you have got Chichi and Philo battling it out. Chichi loses out on that one. Potter sideways overtakes Chichi. That was great. I'll watch that again. This is how Potter overtakes cars. Yank the handbrake. Just get the sideways on. Look at that, beautiful. Done it. So yeah, that puts Potter up to 5th then. With Philo in 4th, Macreeda 3rd, but looks like he might lose that any moment now. Philo doesn't want to be letting P1 Dylan get past V-Show and out into the abyss. V-Show will hold him off. V-Show's capable. There's a reason he's got driver of the season. He ain't slow, but Dylan's fast. Dylan's an alien level driver in my opinion. Is he going to try and send it up here? He looks at it. V-Show leaves him the room. And he's side by side then going up towards turn 2. Philo has reeled them in, but Dylan gets past. V-Show now 2nd with Philo 3rd. Pot 4th, Macreeda 5th. Chichi in 6th, now battling with Miggins in 7th position. Pawani in 8th with Fabuki in 9th, P1 Pilgrim 10th, Valtteri in 11th with Raffo in 12th, Gold 45 in 13th. You've already made up 2 places with Slow Seamus in 14th and Dennis with a 3.5 second penalty. What have you been doing? Cutting corners, mate, by the looks of it. So now Visho could lose a place to Philo as well. So Philo looking up the insides. Is he able to get the move done here at turn 1? I'm not sure he is. Visho gets it just a little bit awkward on the exit of the corner and ends up giving Philo a little bit of a tap, but nothing in that. A little bit further behind, you've got Miggins, Chi-Chi. And is that Fabuki? Looks like he's got a blackboard on his car. Yeah, that's the one. Go on, Dennis, catch up, mate. I think Dennis is enjoying the Porsche. My guess is he's not enjoying it. Yeah, he's burning that penalty off. He knows we're watching him, so he's getting rid of his penalty. So Visho then is defending enough to Philo that he's letting Dylan just run away with this now. Now Dylan needs this result because he's starting to fall back in the overall standings. He needs to finish ahead of Philo. And Potter, really, ideally, if we're going to be pedantic about it, he needs to finish ahead of Potter. So Visho at the minute is providing the perfect barrier between Potter and Philo, but there is another lap after this to go. Anything yet could happen. We have Gold 45 then just defending ahead of Raffo. I do apologise for his incidents and overtakes and stuff, and I'm missing them. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on. So, doesn't look like anyone's catching Dylan. So can Pot get past Visho and earn those points? Always got to wheel in. Philo's going to go around the other side. They're going to box him in. This is like, I've seen this on Road Wars. They go through. Oh, they crash. So Potter's up to second then. Yeah, he's up to. Yeah, I was going to say him and Philo were side by side. It looked a bit dangerous, but it's fine. Visho held on valiantly for 5 laps though, but ultimately, I mean, Dylan's pulled out 4.5 seconds at the front. It's just yeah. We're on lap 6 and he's not far off lapping another car, put it that way. So P1 Dylan wins race number 4. Pot race number 2. Sorry, P2 in race number 4. Philo 3rd. Visho. Oh, Visho gets 3rd actually because Philo had a penalty to serve. Macready in 5th. Another good result for Macready. He's silently getting these good results in Macready. Pawani in P6, Miggins 7th, then it's side by side for Seamus and Chi-Chi. Raffo in 10th, Valtteri in 11th, Gold 12th, Fabuki 13th, Pilgrim 14th, and Dennis is eventually going to get there and finish in 15th place after he's finished drifting it around the corner. But all plaudits to Dylan, he did what he needed to do and just gapped. Visho, great drive as well. But yeah, Macready, I mean, his last race was shocking, so he needed a good result here. But yeah, good result for Macready actually. I love how I don't even have to look at the spreadsheet, I already know that Seamus is already updating it. So, that result gives Dylan 20 points. Gives Potter 17, then Visho will get 15, Philo 13. I'll wait for Seamus to do it, but I think this just about gives Potter the lead of the championship. I think. It's close though. But, ladies and gents, you will be now glad to know We are in familiar territory once more. We are back in GT cars. Granted, it's a Toyota 86. I love Fubuki's livery. Spread the love, not the cheeks. The love spreader. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Fine. Man, that's meant. I want to cheat you. It's a nice livery. McCready's carrying a livery theme through, you can tell. Raffo M&M's car. Nice, that looks good. Pawani's dressed his up to look like a what's the Spoon cars at the? Is it Spoon? I know it's not for Toyota, but you know what I mean, like white body and carbon bonnet. It's TRD for Toyota, isn't it? So it doesn't. It looks a bit weird. Predictably, the P1 guy's running a P1 livery, which is very nice. Terry Loud and Green. Love to see it. And Potter's going to have some sort of weed leaf on there, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. Practice start for Potter. Alright, so, wow, close at the top. 1.5 points in between Potter, who now leads. Philo is now second. And that result, given Dylan Curtin, aka P1 Dylan, that's given him a massive boost. Going into cars that he's more familiar with. Yeah, so he's I'll leave you the names on so you can see. I don't normally like having them on, but I'll leave them on for this race, we might as well. So the little Sardegna circuit then, and Toyota 86. Now don't forget, this exact type of car, the GT4, is what these guys drive every week. They should know these cars inside out. Fubuki sweeps round Dennis. Everyone really clean through turn one. Like, that was actually really impressive. Fubuki's then leading us away. Dennis in second. P1 Pilgrim in third. Valtteri in fourth. Oh, we've got an incident. We've got an incident, and it involves Chi-Chi. What's happened? Oh, I think he just sent it off and collected a few people in the process. Let's have a look. So he's behind Valtteri. I want to say that didn't look like he had any assistance in that, unless Raffo gave him a little bit of a punt. And Raffo's waited up. Anyway. Fubuki in the love spreader, it's spreading the love at the top of the field at the minute by 1.5 seconds. Dennis, second for Dennis ahead of Pilgrim and Miggins. Philo up to fifth. He needs, well, he wants a result here because he's just lost the lead of the entire thing, and he wants that back. So finishing ahead of P1 Dylan and Potter Pot for him is of utmost importance. Speaking of Potter Pot, he is seventh. P1 Dylan, though, not having as good a time of it. He's in 10th. 9 seconds off the lead. We've only got 8 laps here at Sardegna, just over a minute to go. This is one of the long, just over a minute a lap. This is going to be one of the longer races in the calendar. Dennis leads. What's happened to Fubuki? He must have made a mistake somewhere. He must have made a mistake. Fubuki's now down in 7th. So someone spread the love on Fubuki's car. Oh, and Dennis has made a mistake as well. He was leading a race and then he bottled it. Let's have a look. See what happens. Does he just get it a bit? Yeah, he's late on the brakes. He's late on the brakes. This is unfortunate because Dennis was actually, I was hoping he'd actually get a good result. As much as I take the piss out of him, it'd be nice to see him get a good result in one of these things. He's now coming under pressure from Potter McPot. Philo up to third. Oh, goes a little bit deep. Is he battling with V-Show again? Oh, Dennis is sent round. What's happened to him? What happened to Dennis? Has he got anyone there? So Potter's behind him. No, he loses that all by himself, I'm afraid. So that now gives the lead to Miggins this time out. So Miggins now leads the way at the halfway point of the race, ahead of P1 Pilgrim and TNR Philo. V-Show fourth at the minute, bit of a gap over Potter McPot and Fabuki. Fabuki did lead the race for probably quite a long period, and is fighting his way back. Gold 45 now has P1 Dylan up his Jaxie. Dylan is gaining time on the leaders, but with limited time in the race, it might be a struggle to see him on the podium at this rate, but he's doing all he can. Good cutback here from Dylan, is it? It looks like that's what he was setting Gold up for. It's just going to be a drag race now down to turn one. Slow Seamus looks to have got a really slow exit out of the last corner, and he's losing time hand and fist over Gold and Dylan behind. We've got Valtteri, bit of a gap over Puani, and then all the guys at the back separated by a couple of seconds, other than Chichi and Raffo, who are having their own little fight at the back of the grid. I think they were involved in an incident on the first lap, so this is a bit easier for me to commentate on because it's not all happening at once. But that being said, that's the current state of play. Oh, that's a yeet from Philo, was it? Or was Pilgrim just a bit late on the brakes? Credit to Philo, nice and tidy. I think it must have just been Pilgrim late on the brakes. He's flashing his lights, but I'll be honest, I don't think Philo did it wrong there. Let's have a look. No, you left the door open, mate. Yeah, door was open. Come on in. So that's Philo up to second. V-Show makes his way through as well. Pilgrim in fourth. Now coming under pressure from Fabuki, so goes defensive. He's not going to want to let Fabuki through. Again, goes just a little bit deep though. Whoa, was there a bit of contact there? Let's have a look. So they're committed to braking. No contact. Unless it's the old GT Sport contact box, but Fabuki certainly didn't do anything on purpose. Right then, as far as championship goes, so Miggins now leads the way. In terms of getting on in the championship, Miggins is mid-table at the minute because he's had a few poor results, but this is more his forte, I guess. This result's screaming well for TNR Philo at the minute, having the advantage over Potter McPot that he does, and P1 Dylan. Although I will note that P1 Dylan, since lap 1, has done nothing but gain time on the leaders. So Fabuki and Potter have had a bit of a coming together. Potter's now up to fourth. So as it stands, it looks like Philo would retake the championship. Can he do anything about Miggins in the closing stages? Because he wants to match. It's worth an extra 3 points. That position ahead is 3 points more than he would otherwise get. So it's worth it. But the gap is 1.2 seconds, and it's Miggins. If you've watched any of my videos on YouTube this time, you'll know Miggins is not slow. And like I said, this is the sort of stuff that these guys earn their money in, really. So they know these cars very well indeed. In fact, nearly halfway through the lap, Miggins Philo hasn't taken any time out of Miggins at all. Potter McPot has pretty much solidified P4. He's a couple of seconds behind V-Show. P1 Dylan could do with the extra points by overtaking Fabuki, if at all possible. These guys have raced together in Fusion this season. They know each other's capabilities. Dylan certainly has the body language of a car that wants to yeet it down the inside here, but Fubuki defends it. Oh, Dylan goes deep. This could cost Dylan more position. Slow Seamus goes through. Miggins wins the race. Sorry, Miggins. V-Show second then, ahead of Philo. So Philo must have made a mistake somewhere. Fubuki fourth, bottom at pot fifth. Slow Seamus sixth. Dylan, after serving penalties, finishes ninth. Valtteri 8th, Gold 45 10th, Pirani 11th, Macreeder in 12th, Chi-Chi is 13th with Dennis Tokyo drifting it around the last corner, and GT Raffo 15th in the end. But yeah, that I mean the saving grace I guess for Dylan is that Philo also lost a position. It's small consequences, but we've got 2 races left, so it might matter. And Seamus really needs to tell me what's going on with points for our last race, because that's going to be a championship deciding race, and he knows what I mean. Yeah, it's going to be a weird one. I don't know. You'll know what I mean when we load the last race up. I'm not stealing Seamus's thunder with it, but it's an odd one, put it that way. Congrats to Miggins, by the way. Now that win's going to lump him right up the championship standing. 20 points you get for a win. Yeah, Ferrari. So this one then, the Ferrari Autopolis short. Now this is a bit more of a longer race as well. This is 8 laps. But we are now in a GT3 car, the fastest car we're going to be driving tonight. Again, similar cars to what these guys drive on a regular basis, although the Ferrari is noticeably a pain in the backside to drive. It is very tail happy. Tyre wear doesn't matter for this, but it does not look after its tyres at all. It has no rear traction. That's how it feels like when you're driving it. But it's a nice looking car though, isn't it? Look at that, it's so pretty. It's a pretty car. It's a Ferrari. Well yeah, they're all spinning it off because it's a pain in the backside to drive this thing. Though that being said, some guys will have more experience in this car than others. Potter's got a livery on it, so I want to say he's done some time in this car before. I need to change my man nappy, fair enough, Bilgan. Fair enough, dude. Yeah, Seamus, points for the last race. Come on, talk to me, mate. How are we doing this? Because I don't think it should be a full point scoring round. I don't know. Up to you, it's your championship. But yeah, you'll see. You'll see. Just wait. He's coming up after this one. All I can say is I think it'll actually be a laugh. When he told me about it earlier, I think it'll be a laugh, but who knows. For 4 minutes, not a few minutes wait. chart. There we go. Right, points. One race after this, double points. Right. So the last race is double points. Is that what you're saying to me? Wow. I don't. I have got no words. Anyway, championship standings as of now, but who knows? Philo, fucking no idea. 98 points. Philo then leading the way on 96.5 points. Is bottom at bot. So very close at the top between those two. And you got P1 Dylan, 85.5 points. He's third. He's 15 points clear of fourth, so he's got third mostly in the bag, provided he doesn't absolutely bottle it. But he's definitely got an opportunity of catching the guys ahead as well. Then Miggins, we did say he's gone from mid-table fodder to P4. With that result, 70 points then. Fubuki in 5th, Vinshow in 6th, Valtteri in 7th, Pirani in 8th, Raffo at 9th, Slow Seamus 10th, McCready at 11th, Pilgrim Paddy 12th, Chi-Chi 13th, Dennis 14th, and Gold is last at the minute. But look, I'll just say that getting an invite to one of these sort of events, even if the build is a fun event, that this one is, because anyone that knows Mature Racing Club, like it says Mature Racing Club in the title, but most of us are very immature and we don't really take that much seriously, and when we do this sort of thing we just want to have a laugh of it. Like it's not necessarily all about. I like that livery from Philo as well. Digital car culture. Big up you fam. Yes, it's not. It is about the racing, but it's also about the camaraderie and the community of it. And we just want to have a laugh. Like life's too short to take things too seriously. So yeah, we just want to piss about. Anyone that's joined in like one of our random lobbies, although we just dick about for half the time. Like it's just the way we are. Oh hello, Potter McPot. I see your bottom ladies on your car. Every now and again we'll get involved in really fun, really good serious stuff, like the Nürburgring 24, and when we do apply ourselves to it we can usually do pretty well, but stuff like this is just a mess about. That's all it is. So don't read into it too much. Penultimate race then, Ferrari 458. I think this is 8 laps at Autopolis. It's an unforgiving track this, one step wrong and you're off. When you do go off, there ain't no recovering you. So Raffo then is going to get us underway. Traction control is allowed, so the guys will be able to whack that traction control on and all get away relatively well. Dennis, you can clip this next bit. And Dennis leads us into turn 1 for the first time, challenged by McCready, but stands up to it. Chi-Chi then comes in like a wrecking ball, and Gold round the outside. It's all gone a little bit wrong here in the middle. Gold 45 again, just comes out. What has Gold like been smashing mirrors or something? Because no matter what the guy does, he can't catch a break. Like every single time I see him, he's been shuffled out into the sand or he's gone off or something. Anyway, our esteemed leader, MRC Shuri 69, leads us round the first lap ahead of GT Raffo. Dylan then, third for Dylan. Now that bad result last time round does mean that he can start to ramp the points in now with a good result, because Potter and Philo now are behind him. And in between them is Valtteri, and we know Valtteri loves to defend the position. And Pirani in 7th, Miggins in 8th, Visho 9th, just snuck his way past Chi-Chi in 10th. And Fubuki in 11th, Pilgrim 12th, McCready 13th, and Slow Seamus 14th with Gold in 15th position. There is, I'm afraid to say, battles all over the place. Oh, and that's Dennis off the... I thought I saw a car sideways and ghosted, and it was Dennis. That was a self-nerf there by Dennis. That was a selfless act of bravery. Rather than bin it into a car, he binned himself off track instead, which is applaudable, I'll be brutally honest here. He could have quite easily taken someone else out with him instead. Good battle here, battling Brewing, sorry, oh, and Raffo's binned it. What the fuck? Oh my god, this is all going wrong now. I think he must have just caught the grass, did he? No, he just got it wrong. He kept his foot in it. Raffo, don't keep your foot in it, dude. And then, like, a Seb Vettel type track re-entry, just spinning it round on there. So that leaves us with P1 Dylan now leading the way, ahead of Valtteri, who is a second ahead of Pot McPot, who is just ahead of Philo. Bit of a gap then back to Miggins in 5th with Pirani in 6th. Very close with Visho and Fubuki as well. There's a nice little battle brewing here between these three. Visho actually backs out with that one. Lets Fubuki take the inside line and then just snatches it straight back off him by the looks of things. Gets the inside for the hairpin, nice and tidy. Fubuki's going to try and hang it around the outside, but they might find quickly out of room. Visho maintains 7th for the time being. Makrida then having a nice consistent championship so far in 9th. Chichi in 10th. P1 Pilgrim with a fresh man nappy on is 11th, and then there's a car that's just gone off to the shadow realm now, and that was Slow Seamus. What has he been doing? Did you touch the grass, Shay? Yeah, you touched the grass. You're not meant to do that. But he recovers in 13th, ahead of Gold 45 and Dennis, who is 15th. So top 4 starting to really break away from the pack now, unchanged though. This is the battle I really want to watch, is Pirani, Fubuki and Visho, because these guys have been really scrapping it out lately. So looking from the back of Pirani's car, Fubuki and Visho have been side by side for pretty much the entire lap. It's a really good race from these two so far. Oh, Fubuki's going a little bit deep there. You can just see on exit just how untidy the Ferrari looked there. He gathered it up nicely, but yeah, it looked like he went quite deep. And Pirani doesn't look like he's defending this one, and Fubuki and Visho are just going to send it down the inside. I don't think Pirani wanted none of that smoke. A little bit further back, we've got Makrida and Chichi. They're also battling away. Not as closely as the other guys though. P1 Dylan with a 2.5 second advantage at the top of the field. Looks to be losing Terry. Terry is gaining the attention of Pot and Philo. The issue these guys have got is the same issue, the exact same issue that Dylan had a race ago, in that they might have the pace, but they haven't got the time. So there's only a handful of laps left in this one, and they will struggle to reel Dylan back into his, in the nicest possible way, just pissing off down the road. That is just gone really. Miggins now has the attention of Fubuki. And so Fubuki's very comfortable in this Ferrari. He's making some good moves in this car. He's used to it, I think. He must have driven it before. Chichi and you can tell the guys that have driven it before because they've got liveries that look like they're from another championship. Like Potter and Philo would be a good example. Anything else really going on? Quite a lot of little battles just kicking off here and there. Like, Dennis is in the pits, like getting his tyres changed, I don't know. I mean, Dennis just doesn't enjoy the Ferrari. I tell you, it's a tricky beast, this car. Potter and Philo need to work together to at least just try and reel Valor in. I think it's safe to say now that Dylan's gone. He's gone. He's way away now. You ain't catching him. So now the attention is how can we maximise points out of this race. Now that P2 is worth 2 more points than P3. P3 and P4 are worth, P3 is worth about 3 or 4 more points than P4 as well. So it's these 3 positions here, even though they're not the win, in the grand scheme of things will matter when it comes to the points. So 2 laps remain then, and gold 45 pits. Do we need pits, or are these guys just, have they had enough? Yeah, they don't need pits. There's no tyre depletion or out on. I think they've just had enough for the Ferrari. Don't blame me, boys. Final lap then. Right, so Dylan now 5 seconds in the lead. Valtteri still second. 6 tenths ahead of Philo, who's just ahead of Potter. Gold is just sat there at the pit exit. I'm assuming once the car's clear off, he'll probably just pull out. There's a car, I don't know who it is. I'm not sure who it is. It's Raffo. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Last corner shenanigans then for Dylan. Near enough 6 seconds in the lead as he comes on to finish his 8th and final lap. So P1 Dylan takes the win. That'll do him wonders in his championship. Valtteri holds on for second. A great result for Terry. Ahead of TNR Philo. Potter in the end must have made a mistake, 4 seconds back. Fabuki in 5th, Visho 6th, Miggins 7th, Chichi 8th, McCreeder in 9th, P1 Pilgrim in 10th with Pirani in 11th, Slow Seamus in 12th with GT Rafa 13th and Gold 14th, and Dennis is just sat in the pits in 15th place. So well done to Dylan for taking the win. I'm just going to block this spam bot that seems to be posting on my Twitch. Ban you. Spam in capital letters. There you go. You are now banned. So you finish in order then. Dylan, Valtteri, Philo, Potter, Fabuki, Visho, Miggins, Chichi, McCreeder, Pilgrim. We'll get an update on the points, and if Seamus is to be believed, the race you are about to see is double points. The next one's the last race. Oh, it's been a busy night, hasn't it? How long have I been streaming for? Nearly 2 hours. Not far off 2 hours. So yeah, not 8 races in the future, Seamus, yeah? Let's just do like 4 or something. Would appreciate. I would be perfectly happy with 4 10-minute races and a 10-minute qualifying for the next one. That's my suggestion. Points update then, going into the final round. Philo still leading, but the gap is narrowing. So Philo now has 113 points. Potter 109.5 points. Dylan 105.5 points. Then there's a bit of a gap back to Terry, but Terry has leapfrogged himself into that 4th position spot on 81 points. Half a point behind him is Faruqi. And then Miggins on 80 points. And what else have we got cooking off? Yeah, not a great deal. Nothing massively earth-changing. We're obviously just mainly keeping an eye on the top sort of 4 or 5 at the minute. So the final race is coming up. I can tell you it's in the Raptors, which are like 4x4 pickup truck things. I can also tell you that in fact no, I'm just going to let Seamus do his thing. I'm not going to say anything until Seamus says it, because it's his show. I'm merely just a commentator, chatting half drunken nonsense on stream for your entertainment, like a performing monkey. Wow, look at these settings. Right, this is where all the drivers in unison kick off. This is Seamus's grand idea. So 50 times tyre wear. That's right, 50 times. Special stage Route X in Raptors, and it is just titled No Rules. And I said at the start I wasn't sure. I literally said at the start I wasn't sure about this, but this is why Seamus has advertised this as a fun night. Like, this is just a laugh. Let's not take this thing too seriously, shall we? It's just, if it was meant to be super competitive, then there'd have been a lot more planning gone into this. But it's literally just a laugh. So yeah, I know a lot of these boys are expecting an off-road challenge. Comfort medium tyres. How many laps is this, Seamus? 1 minute. 2 laps. 2 laps of this? We're here for hours. How long's a lap? Basically, it's a motorway. I'm commentating over people driving down the motorway in pickup trucks. That's what my life has come to, ladies and gentlemen. On a Saturday night, if it's Friday night, yeah, Friday night is spent commentating people driving pickup trucks down the motorway. I feel like a NASCAR commentator. But yeah, the idea behind this one is that the tyre wear is that severe. I mean, it won't really matter in these straight bits, but the second you get to the corner, your left hand tyres just get destroyed straight away. You just don't have grip. And yeah, that's it. Basically. For the record, no, it's not what I'd enjoy, but hey, it is what it is. I'm surprised the drivers haven't actually kicked off. I know they're all in a chat. Max power, min weight. Yeah, so we'll have to do this thing. So what is max power, min weight on one of these things? So how's he got 600? Oh, he's got a Tundra. Potter's got a Tundra. Oh, I don't know. You know. I am sceptical over this. I've been involved in a lobby where we've done this, and I won't lie, it's a laugh. It is a laugh. Right, Rafo's been on the track 2 minutes and we've only just reached turn 1. Love the livery, Potter. That's a livery. A big F you to cancer. Yes, mate. The cans. Yes, lad. Love it. I'm just curious if the P1 boys have gone for the yeah, they have. It's the same livery, look. Proper dedication from the P1 lads. I'm actually impressed. I don't know, Seamus. I'm not sure, mate. Well, that's a bit of a bad safety feature, isn't it? There's a big lake there. Catch up is on. So this is basically just a gamble, isn't it? Like if we're doing 20 points for a win, that means double points, 40 points, yeah? So theoretically, anyone that is on north of 80 points can win. 75 points. So that's everyone from, who is it? Vin upwards. So Vin, Miggins, Fabuki, Terry, Dylan, Potter and Philo. They could all win. Any one of them. It's purely random. It just doesn't matter at this point. Oh, fuck's sake, I have no idea anymore. I shouldn't swear, but I've had some Baileys, and it's a laugh. Who cares? And this is literally builders no rules as well. I will add that. We literally say, it's literally in the title of the thing, no rules. So I'm assuming clean driving, ladies and gentlemen, might as well be out the window at this point. We are away. A little bit of slipstream will have all but shredded these tyres to smithereens. Some of the drivers already starting to rip each other apart. Who's that a little bit further down? That's to replay the start from Dylan's perspective. He gets away well enough. Oh yeah, there's absolute mayhem ahead of him. He avoids it though. What a boy. The Dylan's up to look at this. It's like the M1 at rush hour, isn't it? Dennis is a you can't let boys, you can't let this happen. You can't let Dennis win. Who's that coming out? Is that Pilgrim trying to come out the outside? Potter slams the door. Oh my god. Like, if you saw this coming up towards you, you'd just shit yourself, wouldn't you? Miggins now leads. And what a sight this is, ladies and gentlemen. Couple of hundred odd rampaging bloody trucks. Well, 2 laps of this, you know. Oh, there's cars in the wall. You're going to see this a lot. It's, catch-up is on as well, and that's the feature that if you are... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. That's the feature whereby if you're demoted to the back because of an incident, like Chi-Chi, your car will go faster. He's 10 seconds off the lead right now, but I guarantee you we will catch people. So we're nearly at turn 1, we're nearly there, stick with it. Philo now leads the way. Oh, but who's that? Is that Puani pulling out? Fabuki and his power wipers are just bump drafting them along, you see. Potter's getting involved in this as well. So these guys are doing a threesome of bump drafting. And then there's Pilgrim, who is just refusing to get involved in the slipstream party. He's just forming. Oh! That was Dennis, wasn't it? That was Dennis just sent to the realm. Surely. That was gold. Is that gold? Gold's gone past him. That's Seamus, isn't it? Seamus was like, yeet! Off you go. Yeah. Oh, Dennis is paying him back straight away. Bye, Seamus. Well done on the good idea. Yeah, look at the tyres though, look at this. Look at the tyres on Seamus's car. They're trashed. Absolutely trashed, them tyres already. For a laugh, shall I have a look at the timing screen? God. Yeah, that's what I've got to try and keep up with, ladies and gents. Each one of those lines is a bloody position change. Look at that. I ain't keeping up with that. Look at McGreeder. Storming through. Pawani's giving him a little bit of a bit. The thing is, at the minute, track position is just completely irrelevant because it will all change. Dennis yet again tries to take out another car. Fails miserably, takes himself out instead. This is how not to road race, ladies and gents. In fact, no, I've already caught this. Oh, he's way down the back. Oh, here comes Potter. Oh, and Potter just flies past. Feel like then's your current leader. Although we've not even done 2 corners yet, so God knows what's going to happen. This race consists of 4 corners in total. Just a hell of a lot of like motorway driving. You've got to wonder what these boys were thinking when this track flashed up. You have to wonder. Sounds like Pawani's had a bit of an incident, was it? Oh no, that was McGreeder. McGreeder, who was doing really well. Oh, there we go. Who's that? That was Pilgrim. McGreeder comes out bad as well. Yeah. GT Sport contact physics, so Pawani then leads the way. Is anyone just going to take anyone else out up here? Looking for Ed Dennis, and oh, there goes Seamus. Look, Seamus is going on his usual low to high. You not took him out for yet? Slightly disappointed in you. I'm not even trying to keep up with it. I'll worry about the race in about 6 minutes time when we're at the end of it. For now there ain't no point. Oh, yellow flags are out. There's been an incident. Slow down. Take caution. In fact, there hasn't been an incident. It's just yellow flags are out. Oh, wait, no, there was. That's Raffo. No, he just slapped all, didn't he? Oh, there's another one. Oh, and it's Pilgrim. What have you been up to? So you were second, and then you tried to take Potter out. That's what you get. That's what you get for trying to take Potter out. You get sent. But P1 Dylan currently leads the way as we head towards turn 1 for the second time of asking. P1 Dylan leads the way. Anything else is anyone else's call, to be really honest. Like, yeah, that's it. That pretty much symbolises this race. There's for some reason Seamus and Dennis are now back involved in this, so God, bad timing for these two to get back involved, because once these two are involved, anything can happen. Oh, is Pirani going for the lead? Is he? This is like the M1 at rush hour, isn't it? See, the thing, I do find tracks like this actually quite interesting in the sense that, I mean, not when we're just dicking about like this, but didn't they run this in the FIAs? Dylan's trying to take feel out. He's trying to what you would call him? What's the manoeuvre called? I forget. You know what I mean, anyway, where you just spin the back round. He's trying that. Oh! You just hear crunching metal all the time. That's Seamus, the wrecking ball. He's just done this for a laugh, and I love it, but I think the boys were expecting something else. Although, to be fair, when you see Raptor, like, oh, it's all kicking off now. What's going on? Go on board with Miggins because he'll get a good view of it. So that's Seamus smacking V-Show. I think it's V-Show. Or it might be Pirani. But now they're straight back into the fight, look. Pot McPot is your current leader, but not by a lot, as Fabuki and V-Show try and get back involved in this. One more corner to go, so now's where the guys need to start thinking about where they want to be. Philo, who has actually led quite a lot of this, now goes for the dramatic overshoot, overtakes. How many cars? It's 6 cars in one. Philo, just with maximum suck power up the main straight. He might not go into this final corner in the lead, but if he does, he'll be in a good position. Where's Dennis? Oh, he's right in the middle of this lot, look. There's yellow flags out again. Who is it? I don't know. No idea at this point. Have some more drink. Yeah, so the run to the finish line once you get out this final corner actually isn't that long. Philo is unfortunately probably in one of the worst positions he can be in now, because he's just going to get swarmed by everybody else. He just needs to keep it like on the track and not spin, which he should be okay doing because he's lived up so far, to be brutally honest. Oh no! Oh, that's terrible news for Philo right before the finish line. Commentator's curse is down to 7th. In fact, the person who wins the race is Miggins in fucking sideways. Oh, fucking hell. I think that gives Potter, I don't know, you know what, I don't know. I don't even know. No idea. Oh my god. Oh. Wow. McCready He's had a bad run and been reader. It was a laugh. I'll give him that, but I'm still not sure. Time and a place for that sort of malarkey. So that's your lot then. That was the race of champions. I think this is the inaugural one, the first one we've done. We don't normally run these sorts of events, but it just seemed like a good idea, and Seamus obviously stuck it together. Just waiting for Seamus to put the points up, and then we'll see how it all ends up. Any suggestions, tweaks, anything different you want to see, let us know in the comments of the video. If you're watching this on Twitch, you could just type in the stream now. And if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a comments box below. Feel free to air your frustrations, views, whatever in that, and I'll probably read it. I'm just waiting for a points update, and then we will have time to wrap things up for you. Yeah, I'm not sure what I thought of that race. I believe Route X was controversial enough when it was brought into the game. Because, well, it's just two corners, isn't it? So I don't know. I don't know how these people stream for like more than 4 hours at a time, you know. My voice is going already. So we're not far away. I'll use this opportunity, by the way, to plug stuff. So we are not far away from the start of the Team Oliver Racing GT3 League. The first race from the Nürburgring GP circuit is coming at you live on Wednesday evening. So tune in on Twitch, this very channel, from about 8:30 onwards to catch this entire season. With me this time round, and it promises to be a cracker. You then have tomorrow night I'll be doing another race of winners type commentary, this time for Next Gen Racing. Their version of this, I think they just call it, they call it Race of Winners. They've been doing it a little bit longer though, so their structure is a little bit more formal is probably the right word to say, whereas MRC was just mess about. Next Gen's is a little bit more sort of like this is more of a serious event. So that'll be tomorrow night, probably over on Twitch as well. It doesn't appear like we're getting points because everyone's just leaving the room, so no idea. My guess is well, Philo went into it in the lead by 3.5 points, but he got spun round just before the line, and Potter came in like second or third or something, so I think Potter might have nicked it, but who knows? No idea. I don't know. I would love to be here to be reporting breaking news to you, but I'm afraid the truth is I don't have any. Let me just put in the chat actually. Points, question mark. Yeah, definitely billed as a fun event rather than something serious, this. It was pretty clear in the event description that's what this was going to be. So I can kind of appreciate why this race has got in there. But we had some really good racing in the other ones. So the other races we had, we started in the minis, we then went to the Mazda touring cars, we then hopped in the purpose-built track day cars, which are the Ktm Crossbows. Then we went some weird kart bike thing in the Honda 2x4. We then started up in the ante with the Porsche 911 GT3s. Then we went to familiar machinery in the Toyota 86 GT4 cars, and then threw a bit of a curveball in there with the Ferrari 458 GT3s, and then the ultimate curveball, this Race of Champions. Oh, I'm getting messages. Facebook. Oh, I forgot. Don't. Oh, God. Do you mean Facebook? Have you messaged at me or what? Ah, there we go. No, I'm looking at a spreadsheet. You've just not updated it. Yeah, there we go. It's updated now. Jesus wept. Right, okay. So Potter then does take the win. 143 points in the end, ahead of Philo on 133. P1 Dylan 131 points in third, and Miggins fourth for him, 120 points. Then on 110 points is Fabuki in fifth. Sixth place, Terry Atkinson, 103 points for him. Seventh is Vin. 8th is Ivan Williams. 9th is Sheamus. 10th is Raffo. 11th is Macreda. 12th is Chichi. 13th is Gold. So with that result, it actually clambered off the bottom. And then we've got Pilgrim Paddy and Dennis in 15th. So that's been the Race of Champions. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your support. If you're watching this on YouTube, drop the video a little like. If you're watching this on Twitch and you're not following, please click the follow button. It's completely free of charge, and it just means you support the channel and get a notification when I'm live. That's all from me. Thanks once again, and I will see you another time. Bye bye.